I left the slabs on their boards for a few hours and then wrapped them in plastic to stop them getting too dry. They've now become leather hard, and this one is just right. I'll show you what that's like. So it'll stand up, but it's still slightly flexible. That's just perfect. And I've had a thought about some shapes I might make. So I've cut out a sort of vase shape from some cereal box cardboard, and I'm going to use the shape, the frame, to see which bit of the slab I want to use. So I can move that around on the slab and see where the pattern is, how I want it. I think that's going to be good there. Put this bit back in the middle, and I'll just take the frame away and cut around this. It's sort of experimental because I haven't worked with this impressed block clay before. But I wanted to make a slab pot, try and keep slab of it intact because I like the pattern, but I don't want it too big that it won't fit in the kiln easily. Let's just take that bit of scrap away. I'll keep that because I might use it to make something else. So here we are. I'm going to make a vase with two pieces of this impressed clay and strips that will make the side pieces. So I've cut two strips of clay and I've curved them slightly to fit round the side of this front piece. And the consideration here is how to join them on, whether to join it so that you see the front piece decorated and then there's a strip of plain clay around the edge, or you have the front piece on top of there, so that plain strip will be at the side, and that will make it a slightly deeper pot. So I think I'm going to go with that. Be a bit more practical. So get this lined up here. What I'm going to do, the process will be joining the sides on, and then I've made a couple of props here that are the same depth as the sides, so when I put the front on it doesn't just collapse in the middle. Okay, so I'll start with this side. So I'm going to score that up. Because it's leather hard clay, it needs to be scored well. You could use a knife for this. Score the edge of this. And then brush on slip. And this will act as a sort of glue. The slip is made from the same clay that I'm using to build the pot. To fill up all those score marks so that you don't trap any air in there. And you put it together. That into place. I think I'm going to line it up at the bottom and have it sticking out at the top so I can trim that later. Put a bit of pressure on. Okay. Finally, to make that a nice strong join, if you take a bit of softer clay and roll out a thin coil, and you push that along on the inside of your join. Turn that around so you can see it. Push that in as you go. This will strengthen the join. And then that clay, that smoother, softer clay, can be spread each way onto the back and onto the side. You could use a tool for that. strengthen the join. Okay, I've joined on the second side, and now I'm going to put these props just in there and see how it looks with this on the top. So that will go on top of there. That looks okay. I might push that side out a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. So now I've got to do some more scoring and slipping. I've scored and slipped the next pieces I'm going to join, and I've put the two props inside there to hold up the middle. Let's see how this is going to go. Just push it together firmly. Hopefully those two props will come out later. I've got the extra sticking out at the top. I shall trim those back. I might trim them back curving, so I'll leave those till a bit later. Right, let's see if it'll stand up. Like that. Oh, yes, props are falling out. I'll have to reach inside now and put a coil inside those joins I've just made. I'll do that next. If you can't reach in easily to smooth the coil in, you could use a tool with a nice rounded head like that. And I've sat the pot onto the base piece and marked around with a knife so I can see the size which the base would be if it was going to be sitting outside this space. But I might want to make it fit into that space there, so I'm going to trim it back at this size and see how it looks. I haven't trimmed off the top sides yet because they may want to be curved, so I can't sit it upside down. So I shall sit it like this on its side and see how that fits. So that's the base. Sit like that. Okay, in order to turn it upside down to put the base on, I've trimmed off the top so the sides are level, but you could have left those curved. You'd have to prop it on its side and to put the base on. I've beveled the sides here and beveled the base, and I've scored and slipped it all, so that's just going to go on there. Let's go right around. Push that on. Turn it the right way up. I'll put a bit of pressure on it. And then I'm going to have to go inside and put a coil around inside the base there. And the last things to do will be to neaten up these sides where the sides join. That could be done with a knife, just to neaten that up. And finally, it all needs to be wrapped in plastic to allow it to even up, because the slabs are leather hard and the slip is very soft, and it all has to even up before it can dry off, so you don't get cracks.